Hello everybody, xsubtowner here. Welcome to Lords of Xulima, which is a brand new RPG series that I'm kicking off here, and hopefully it's gonna be a good one. This game recently released, I guess. I think it was November 2014 or something to that extent. And I've actually been following it for a while, and just really didn't have the time to play it, but I found the time, and I'm really looking forward to starting this up. I've read the reviews on this game have been great. People really love this game. Actually, a few of you have actually recommended that I play this game. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a blind playthrough, just pointing that out right now. And what else? Well, it's got a turn-based combat system. It's got other cool things that I guess can be considered like survival, gameplay elements, but we'll go into that once we start the game up. It's just a lot of fun, and hopefully it'll be a good one. So let's start this game up. Now, I'm having a hard time recording this game for it to show the cursor right now, so I've given up on trying to figure that out. So no cursor for this, playthrough. Hopefully that doesn't ruin the experience for anybody. We're gonna go ahead and play on normal, because, I'm just the normal guy.
So deep was I sleeping that I felt as if I were drowning in the darkness and silence, as if time itself had stopped. I was on the Isle of Brina, far from the great war that consumed the grand continent of Rodinia. I heard a voice whispering in my ears, and I felt as if my body was being lifted up. I could not open my eyes, but I could see the firmament clearly, as if I had been pulled up to the stars.
Gowlin, hear the voice of Golot, the architect, the master of dreams and constructor of matter. The world is in agony. The guardian of souls is gaining power over the Lords of Xulima. Our strength diminishes. I have watched you from the stars. I have chosen you to be my herald, my hand on earth. You must complete the mission I am giving you. Eradicate the evil that profanes the divine temples of the Creators. Gather your party and sail to Xulima, where no other men from the west have set foot. Let the currents of Naliet and the breath of Taliet guide you to your destiny.
The voice trailed into the stars, like a whisper carried away on the winds. Finally, I was able to open my eyes. Had it all been a dream? I wished it were so, but I knew it was real.
Alright, let's rock and roll. So we're going to go ahead and create our characters from scratch. And this is what this episode is going to be. It's going to be like a, character creation thing. We'll go through some of the stuff. I'm not exactly sure what the ultimate party is right now. Like I said, I've barely tested the game out. So let's go and create our party from scratch. So we start with Golan here. He's an explorer. He's got some pretty cool abilities, actually. Let's go and create a new character. I like starting with my front line, if you will, because this game has the front line and the back row, if you will. So we're gonna go with the heavy hitters and the tanks first. I always like building or creating barbarians, so let's go with the barbarians. Basically, these are the stats for the barbarian. Decent-ish resistances, I guess, except for mental resist. I'm not sure exactly what mental resist does, but we get a 0 in that, as well as divine resist. We get 0. He's got 2 in maces and hammers, 2 in swords, 2 in axes, 2 in armor, and 1 rage. So that's not too bad. Initial skills and attributes: a lot of strength, a lot of constitution, and of course, no energy, 9 speed, 8 agility. Let's go barbarian. I don't really feel like naming guys right now, so I'm just gonna go with this. Actually, let's not go with this. I don't like that name. I don't like that name either. I don't know if there's a quicker way to just rename the characters. That's kind of a lame name. Zorgorth. Alright, I like that. Accept. And you get to choose your gods. Or the gods that your character prays to. This one here, basically, you could read everything it says, but the gist is basically maximum hit points 5%. This one, combat speed 5%, strength plus 3. This one here is agility plus 4. This one is evasion plus 10. Combat initiative plus 15. I like this one actually for a fast character, but probably not on the barbarian. In fact, the barbarian, I'm probably just gonna go with strength plus 3. This one here just boosts your resistances. This one here, maximum power points, your PP points, if you will. which is, I guess, the equivalent to like mana or, you know, whatever you want to call it. And experience gain. Well, that's not something I would normally go for. So I'm actually, for the barbarian, I'm gonna go with this one here, with the +3. The +3 strength. And what do we want him to have? Swords, maces, or axes? Let's go with the axe. Make a barbarian axe guy. That sounds good to me. So there we go. He's got 41 HP, 0 PP points. Next character. Let's create... I don't know what I want. I guess a cleric? Let's make a cleric chick. Go with this one here. I do like clerics. The clerics... They got some good divine resist. That's pretty much all they get, though, in the resistances. Pole weapons 1, mace and hammers 1, light heal, armor 1, attributes 7, 8, 9, 8, 11. Yeah, let's go with the cleric. Why not? Lasona, that's a pretty good name, too, so why the hell's not? I might as well go with something with high resist, maybe? Or maybe no. No, combat initiative. Combat initiative, combat speed, maximum hit points, agility. Ah, so many things. Actually, +5% maximum power points. That might not be a bad idea either. But let's go with the combat initiative thing for. Now, pole arms, I think, are usable in the back row, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, you can attack from the back row with these. I think I would want her in the back row. I'm gonna go with pole arms. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is, you know, I was testing out a few builds. Honestly, I don't know what the ultimates are, the ultimate builds are. But we'll see if these things work out. Let's go ahead and, I guess maybe a paladin as well might be a pretty good idea. I really like the portraits in this game. They're like pretty cool. You can actually use your own if you want. But I like these ones. I mean, they were all pretty... They're all pretty cool looking. Anyways, let's go with this guy here. Looks kind of like a paladin. Which the paladin gets what? Divine resist 10, mental resist 5, maces and hammers, pole weapons, armor. Okay, okay. 9 strength, constitution is pretty high. Yeah, let's go with like a tank. Don't really like that name though. Sure, that works. Why not? I'll probably go with max hit points 5%. I'm going to go with maces and hammers on this guy. I want him in the front row. So now we still have 2 more characters to create. I'm probably going to do a mage and an archer. Let's go with a woman archer. Someone that looks cool. You look cool. Let's go with that one there. Actually, the archer is considered thief, but anyways, if you click here, what do we get? We get some pretty good resistances. A lot of initial skills. Swords, daggers, bows, armors, lockpick. Perception, trap, disarming. So it's probably recommended to have a thief because there is a lot of lockpicking and stuff in this game, so it probably makes a lot of sense. Let's go with the thief. I don't like that name at all. Lagalia? Don't like that name either. Can't even pronounce that one. Can't pronounce that one either. Wenton. Yeah, sure, why not? That'll be the one. What do I want on her, though? You know what? Evasion +10 is probably cool, but since she's in the back row, probably won't make much of a difference. Agility +4, maybe? Yeah, sure, let's go with that. We're gonna go with bows. Bows and crossbows. Keep you in the back row. So basically I'm gonna have 3 guys up front, 3 guys in the back, is how I'm gonna rule this party. Let's go for now, what do I, a mage. Let's go for another chickadee. Kind of like the way you look. We're gonna go with the mage. So the mage has, I don't know, not really great resistances. Daggers, armors, spark, right? Spark's actually pretty good. Strength 7, agility, speed, energy 12. So basically, Fingal. Yeah, sure. Why not? Basically, I think I want something that will increase my maximum power points by 5%. Seems like that makes sense. Pole weapon. Yeah, you might as well because you are in the back row. So there we go. That is our party. Hopefully this ends up being a pretty good party. I mean, I don't know. We shall see how this works out. So, I wish to go with this group. Start the adventure. Let's do it. Let's rock and roll and watch this little cutscene here.
It was said that it was to be the darkest and bloodiest age in the history of man. On the great continent of Rodinia, the two largest kingdoms began a great war that would drag every country and village into an endless stretch of death and chaos. Many begged and prayed to the gods for help, but the gods never answered. In the safety of Brina, a small island in the far east of Rodinia, the echoes of war thundered louder with each passing day. In those ill-fated times, those who govern our destiny decided that I, Gowlin the explorer and navigator, would do my part to shape history. So I was chosen by Golot, the master of works, to be his herald on Earth. In that time, I understood very little of the true meaning of those grave and profound words. The gods who once lived on the lost continent of Xulima years ago were engaged in battle with the Guardian of Souls, and as their power waned, the power of their enemies waxed. Golot commanded me to sail to Xulima, and once there, liberate the sacred temples of the divine. Little hope remained in the world, as long as our Lord Protectors continued their battles beyond the distant stars. Without them, nothing could stop the ruin of Rodinia. And so, it was then that I gathered my allies and set sail from Brina to the east. The wind and the currents guided us across the vast ocean of Morovia. The clouds and the mists were our constant and only companions. 2 weeks later, the clouds divided, and at last we felt the light of the sun once more. And there it was. Beyond the horizon, the land of legend. Xulima, home of the creators.
Xulima. I've been saying Sulima, Zulima, but it's Xulima. There we go. All right. Do I repeat this? No. Let's go ahead and continue the journey. Begin the journey, actually. All right. So there we go. Tutorial. Use the left mouse button. Well, this is just telling you how to move and that kind of stuff. Oh, by the way, I am playing with the Talisman of Golot DLC. So, just pointing that out. Might as well talk to that thing right away, because it does do things. It does do interesting things for you. We accept you. Well, we can ask about yourself, but I don't think I want to do that. How can you help me? This is the interesting part here. Alright, so there we go. That's how you replenish its powers, I guess. I need your help. We're not going to use it right now, because right now we have 10, I guess, powers on it. You can get some food. I need gold to continue my mission. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of things you can do. The ones I like are like this one here for 100. You can, I want you to help all of us to improve our abilities. So I guess it levels up your characters. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't gotten far enough. The other one here too costs 50. I want you to instruct one of my companions with your wisdom so they can improve their abilities. That one also seems to be quite interesting. But anyways, we can't do anything right now with this guy anyways, so that's it for now. You can also, if you ever get lost, you can ask him and he'll tell you, I guess, where to go. Right now it doesn't really matter. So, let's begin. As you can see at the bottom, you see that, like, that apple thing? That's our, I guess, food reserves, if you will. We have 1 day's worth. So that's kind of like the survival thing I was mentioning in the beginning part of this episode. You can also camp, and that's how you actually use your food. We have 20 gold. Like I said, the cursor's not working right now, so I'm pointing at it right now, but I don't think it's going to be showing in the recording, so I'm just going to, like, you know, just say where things are. That's pretty much it. I mean, you got also this thing here, which is a torch. Probably shouldn't have used it. But that's when it gets night out, or you're in some kind of dungeon or something. You're gonna need lights. And like I said, the fire thing here is for the camping. You can also click on your characters here and change the formation. Probably want the cleric in the back though, like I was mentioning. Put our guys like this. Seems like that works out. That works out for me. Actually, maybe the paladin in the middle, since he's going to be the tank. Anyways, we'll go through that once we actually start, you know, combat. Is there anything else? You also get to pick herbs. Actually, you know what? There will be a tutorial for that soon. You can also press Control and move to run, or you can just press Alt and you'll default run. I kind of like the default run because this, you know, the regular walking is very slow. And that's pretty much it. There we go. We found our first interactable object. Oh my god. You shall accept, brah. Hey, there we go. Some monies. That's not too bad. 50 gold. I think it's always 50 gold that's in that guy. And there we go. Here we go. This is a pretty important tutorial. Our plant collection. So our main guy has the knowledge of herbs, which allows him to gather plants, herbs, and mushrooms. The more you improve this ability, the more you will be able to harvest from each plant you find. So basically, when you harvest something, you'll get more than just one, I guess. And when you have enough samples, you'll be able to use them to improve attributes and resistances. This is what I like. This is what I really like about that whole herbal thing. Let's grab all this stuff here. Grab this one here. So basically, now if I go here, as you can see, we have one of this mushroom. If I gather 10 of it, I can increase maximum hit points by 1 on one of my characters. So basically, you want to find everything. You want to find every single piece of herb or mushroom or whatever in the game. Pay attention to how much food reserves you have. Like I said, we're down at 1. And this this is used over time, because obviously we want to not die of starvation. You can rest again and your hit points, right? This is part of the camp thing. When traveling on some terrain like deserts or snow, you will use more food than normal, which makes sense. Food also includes water. It's kind of like both of them together. You can get food by buying it from vendors and villages, finding it in sacks or barrels, or finding it in nature. Which, well, that's actually one of the things we can craft, actually. The first one here, 40 of these cereal plants will increase food reserves up to a full day. So that's actually pretty good. We're going to want to find a lot of this stuff here. But, yeah, that's all part of the crafting. You can use the keyboard WSAD to move, which is what I'm doing right now. I kind of like it more than just clicking on the map. It seems to work a little bit better. For me, anyways. I guess it's a preference thing, really. It doesn't really make a difference. It's all about preference. And like I said, I apologize again that the cursor's not showing up on the recordings. It's a real pain in the ass. Hopefully I'll figure it out eventually, so that the next episodes, probably not the next one, but eventually I'll get the cursor up and running. But hopefully it doesn't ruin the enjoyment of the game. So I'm just gonna keep exploring everything as I like to do. Okay, we can't. I can talk to that guy right now. We won't be able to get into town right now. The Divine Temples. Okay, new journal events. Alright, I probably should click that as well. This is where, your journal is, your main story, active missions, cleared missions, notes from current map. It's just a bunch of, I guess, notes, as it says. Notes for other maps. This is a list of all the enemies you will kill. Party stats, if you quickly want to check your party stats. We haven't done anything, so it won't really show anything right now. Score and achievements and help about a game concept. So there we go. That's the journal. This is your log of everything that's happened. And your game settings, of course. And that's pretty much the gist. I mean, everything else is pretty much straightforward. Here we got a sack. Only Golan has the sack. We got 5 torches right now. That's pretty much all we have. Like I said, this game has like some survival elements to it, which really makes it interesting. It's not just, your standard, turn-based RPG. There's more to it. A little bit more to it. A lot of fun to play, I have to say. A lot of fun to play. Probably should have played this a long time ago. It just recently came out, I guess, but I should have done a series like the second it came out. A lot of I'm just gonna explore everything. Oh, here we go. We're gonna have our first tutorial battle. Blah 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 blah. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I'll explain more in details once we start that battle. Let me just. Oh, cool. Knowledge of verbs. Ah. Okay. Interesting. This one here. Right. Okay, so I gained 4 more than normal. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. It's only 10 of each to be able to up your stats on your characters. I don't know what happens when you die. Like I said, I didn't get really far in this game. I was just testing out things. I don't know what happens when you lose a character. I don't know if he's perma-dead or there's a way to have him come back. Anyways, let's do this fight. This is the first combats of the game. So, I mean, this just explains everything. I mean, I could read through it, but it'll be just easier to, you know, to explain it in combat. So as you can see on the right, this is, you know, who's going to act first, second, and third, fourth, and so forth. We actually get 4 characters that go first, so that's kind of nice. We're going to go ahead and on Fingal here, we're going to use Spark, which uses 4 power points. It does 8 to 12 damage. These goblins are pretty much all, I don't know, they're all the same, I guess. They all have 18 hit points. Yeah, they all have 18 hit points. We're going to use our archer. She doesn't have any abilities. You can defend if you want. I forget what this does. I forget what the armor thing does. Help an ally change position, escape combat. Okay. Right, we can use our usable items. We don't have any right now. And you could change your weapons as well, or you could just defend if you want. But we're going to go ahead and do... We have a 74% chance of hitting. That's pretty good. Ah, you blocked, you son of a gun, you. Alright. Whose turn is it? It is... Lasona, the cleric. Oh, come on, dude. Alright. Are you serious? There's a lot of luck involved in this game. Okay, we're gonna use Zorgorth. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me here. This is like the tutorial fight. I've been blocked 4 times in a row. Come on, Paladin. Dude, are you serious? Are you serious? There we go. I blocked too. So there we go. A whole bunch of blocking. There we go. Oh, 5 damage only. Mage. Let's use some spark, but we're not going to use it on this guy. I don't think you can miss with what's the word I'm looking for? Mage spells, I guess. With spells. There we go. You can change position too while in combat, as you can see here. Anyways. Finish this guy off, please. Man, oh man, this is not going well at all. Like, at all. Does anybody need healing? Not really. Jesus Christ. This is just getting flat out embarrassing right now. There we go. Finally get a kill. Okay, Golan's gonna need some healing. Paladin, go ahead and smack you. I like the focus fire, obviously. Usually the best way to go about things. Then again, I don't know why I'm not finishing this guy off. Anyways. I don't want to use my PP, all my PP points right now. Oh, she can actually stun with her thing. That's kind of nice. There we go. Ah, didn't even finish that guy off. Seriously. Okay, we're gonna do some healing with her. Light healing on. Do it on our paladin. There we go. That was a lot harder than it should have been. I had an easier time the first time around. Anyway, so we get 36 experience, 66 gold, rock and roll. There we go. First combat done. Alright, there's some stuff to grab here. Oh, cool. Armor and monies. Take let's go ahead and do equip. I think it's I for inventory. There we go. I'm just going to put it on our main guy. Make him a bit stronger. Go in the armor here. Right click, it tells you what it does. Defense +3. It weighs 4 pounds though. Keep that in mind. We have a max carry weight of 14, so yeah, we're gonna have to be careful. This stuff is not too heavy. We're at 14 defense. This other guy's at 8 defense, 9 defense on Lasona. 8 defense. Really, 15 defense on Wenton. Well, that's because I gave you the... Wait, what god did I give you? Oh, did I give you the evasion thing? Maybe evasion's considered defense? I'm not sure. It has to be. I think your base defense is 15. Then again, maybe the thief just starts with higher defense. I went through all that at the beginning and I completely forgot what I took. Anyways, whatever. That's typical me. Alright. Rock and roll. To the town. Pretty much finish everything out. Night and dark places, right? So that's when, you know, you use your torches and everything. Never go out on an adventure without a handful of torches. And, right. So I guess you probably get some... I don't know what kind of penalties you get. I haven't actually gotten that far yet, but you probably get some penalties of some kind. What is it? It's 100 gold to get in here. That's why I didn't talk to him right away. I knew it's 100 gold. You can't... I mean, you could attack him if you want. He'll probably crush you, though. Very well. Here's the money. I don't really have a choice.
Don't go back.
And there we go. We are in town. I'm going to put a cut in this episode. In the next one, we shall continue. Or basically begin the journey. Actually, this guy's got a lot of stuff to say. But, yeah, I mean, I might talk to some of these people have a lot to say, but they're just to activate quests. Very long dialogue. I might just talk to this guy at the end of this episode. But anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. See you all in the next one.